All right, welcome back. We're looking at the Chapter 9, Lesson 4 homework. I'm going to go over a few of these examples just so you get an idea of what the directions are asking you to do for each problem. So it says write the total money amount. So total, we're going to be adding. Whenever we see that word total, we know we're going to be adding. Then write the amount as a fraction or mixed number. So that's one way I'm going to do it. And as a decimal in terms of dollars. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. For number 2, right here we have a quarter, that's worth 25 cents. We have a dime, that's worth 10 cents. Another dime is worth 10 cents. Another dime, 10 cents. And that is a penny, so it's worth 1 cent or 1/100th. Okay, so let's add those up first, right? We got a quarter, a dime, a dime, a dime, and a penny. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and remember we do have our decimal out in front, 56 cents. So if I want to write that as money, it is $0.56. As a fraction, it is 56, and the 6 is in the hundredths place. Remember, this is the ones place, the tenths place, and the hundredths place. Ran out of room there. Hundredths place. So this is, as a fraction, 56. 56 what? Hundredths. Okay. Now here they also showed it as just a regular decimal, which would just be the same thing as written as money, but without the money sign in front. All right, let's look at the next set of directions. Write as a money amount and a decimal. So money and as a decimal in terms of dollars. Okay, so basically you're going to be writing it this way and this way. Okay, so 25 hundredths, it's 25 in the hundredths place, so my decimal is going to go there. I have no whole numbers in front. 2 tenths, 2 in the tenths place, and 5 hundredths. Okay, and then to write it as money, all I do is simply put the money sign in front, and it's the same thing. Okay, I am going to jump over to number 6 because a lot of times students have difficulty with this one. So 8 hundredths, if I'm writing that as a decimal, I have nothing out in front, so I have no ones, nothing in the ones place. Then my decimal. How many tenths are in 8? Well, it's just like when you're dealing with the number 8. Are there any tens in the number 8? No. And same thing in this decimal. There are no tenths in the number 8. So there's nothing in the tenths place, and then there are 8 hundredths. And then, of course, to write it as money, we do the same number but with the money sign in front, and that would show that it's 8 cents. Okay, next set of directions. Write the money amount as a fraction in terms of dollars. Okay, so fraction, what fraction of a dollar is it? Well, now we're looking at place value again. We have the ones place, tenths, hundredths. So whenever you're reading a number, you just read it 87, and then what is that last number? What place is it in? 87 what? The 7 is in the hundredths place, so it is 87 hundredths. Okay. We'll do 2 more because there's some outliers here. This one confuses students quite a bit. So this time I have nothing in the ones place, so no whole number. I have nothing in the tenths place, and then I have a 3 in the hundredths place. So to write this number out, I just read it. 3, read the whole thing, nothing, nothing, 3. So 3, and that 3 is in what place? It's in the hundredths place. So again, 100. Okay. Now let's jump over to number 12, because if the most common error is to say, okay, that's one whole, right? We have 1 in the ones place, so it's just 1. Now, I agree with you, it is 1, but they do want you to write it as a fraction, and 1 whole is not a fraction, okay? So we don't want to leave it as 1 whole. So we want to say out of 100, and well, out of the hundreds, because look, even though this is 1 whole, they did put how many tenths there are and how many hundredths there are. So we're looking at this as 100, and then what place is the last number in? Remember, the last number tells you what the denominator is going to be. And the last number here, even though it's 0, is in the hundredths place. How many hundredths do you have? Well, you have 100, all 100 of them, which we know 100 over 100 does get you back to that 1, which is what many students will want to say it is right away, but this is actually our correct answer because the directions did ask us to write it as a fraction. Okay, bottom set of directions, write the total money amount, then write the amount as a fraction and as a decimal. So write the total money amount, then write the amount as a fraction and as a decimal. So you're going to be doing it just like we did up here. The only difference between these problems is they didn't give you the pictures. They just told you you have 2 quarters and 2 dimes. But you want the same 3 answers as a money amount, as a fraction, and then as a regular decimal without the $sign in front. So you're actually going to have 3 answers for 13, 14, and 15. Okay? All right, thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the back side.